You think she's interested. The way she smiles, the way she texts back, sometimes fast, sometimes slow. She laughs at your jokes, but something feels off. There's an invisible wall, a hesitation you can't quite define. You tell yourself it's all in your head, that maybe she's just busy, that maybe you're over-analyzing. But deep down, there's a whisper of doubt, a subtle truth you don't want to face. What if she's just not into you? This is where most men get trapped. They ignore the signs. They convince themselves to hold on. But the wisdom of Stoicism tells us otherwise. A Stoic does not beg for love. He does not chase where he is not valued. He observes reality as it is, without illusion, without self-deception. And if you truly open your eyes, the truth is always there, etched into her actions, woven into her words, painted in the way she interacts with you. Today we unveil that truth, the 7 undeniable signs that a woman is not interested in you. If you see them, don't run, don't beg, don't plead, simply accept. Because a Stoic man does not waste his time on someone who does not choose him willingly. And so, we begin with the first sign. She's right there in front of you, yet it feels like she's miles away. You ask her about her day, and she gives you a short answer, nothing more. The conversation doesn't flow. It feels like you're the only one trying to keep it alive. When you text her, she responds with the bare minimum. No effort, no excitement, just courtesy. You tell yourself that maybe she's just tired, that maybe she's not a big talker. But watch her with others. See how she lights up when talking to her friends. Notice how she effortlessly engages with people she actually enjoys being around. The truth is, when a woman is interested, she will find ways to talk to you, to be near you, to make you feel her presence. But when she's not, it's like you're talking to a ghost. A Stoic man understands this. He does not chase after shadows. He recognizes indifference when he sees it, and instead of trying harder, he lets go. Because real connections are never forced. And if you think that's bad, the next sign is even worse. She says she's interested. She tells you she enjoys spending time with you. Maybe she even calls you sweet or nice. But something feels inconsistent. Her words say one thing, yet her actions tell a different story. She agrees to make plans, but when the time comes, she suddenly cancels. She says she'll text back, but hours, sometimes days, pass before you hear from her. She claims she wants to see you, but somehow there's always an excuse, always a reason why she can't. A woman who is truly interested doesn't just say she likes you, she proves it. She makes time. She follows through. She doesn't leave you questioning where you stand. But when a woman's words and actions don't align, the message is clear. She's keeping you around as an option, not a priority. And here's where the Stoic perspective comes in. A Stoic man does not cling to illusions. He doesn't fall for empty words or wishful thinking. He sees reality for what it is, brutal, unfiltered, undeniable. And when someone's actions contradict their words, he does not argue. He does not demand explanations. He simply observes and adjusts accordingly. Because love, real, genuine connection, is never confusing. It never leaves you wondering. It's either there or it isn't. And when it isn't, another sign emerges. A painful one, but one you cannot ignore. It's always you. You're the one who texts first. You're the one who calls. You're the one who asks to meet up, to make plans, to keep the connection alive. If you don't reach out, the silence stretches, endlessly. At first, you might justify it. Maybe she's just shy, you tell yourself. Maybe she's not the type to initiate. But deep down, you know the truth. When a woman is truly interested, she won't let the connection slip away. She won't sit back and wait, letting days or weeks pass without a word. She'll find a way to engage, to check in, to remind you, subtly or directly, that she wants to be part of your life. A Stoic man understands this fundamental truth. Effort is not one-sided. If you're always the one making the move, the balance is broken. A relationship, or even the potential for one, should never feel like a battle for attention. But the reality is, she's not prioritizing you because she doesn't have to. She knows you'll always be there, always reaching out, always making the effort. And the moment you stop, watch what happens. Will she notice? Will she miss your presence? Or will she simply move on, as if nothing changed? That silence will tell you everything. A woman who never initiates is a woman who does not value your presence. And a Stoic man does not waste his energy trying to convince someone of his worth. And when this pattern continues, it leads to something even more revealing, something that exposes her true level of interest beyond all doubt. Time is the most valuable thing a man can give. It's the one resource you can never get back. And yet, she treats yours as if it's disposable. She makes plans but cancels at the last minute, over and over again. She leaves your messages on, read for hours, sometimes days, then replies as if nothing happened. When you finally meet, she's constantly distracted, checking her phone, barely engaged, as if being with you is an obligation rather than a choice. You tell yourself she's just busy, that she has a lot going on. But look closer. She has time for the things that matter to her. She makes time for her friends, her passions, the people she truly values. It's not that she's too busy, it's that you're not a priority. A Stoic man does not beg for attention. He does not tolerate disrespect, even in subtle forms. He understands that true interest is shown through action, through consistency, through the simple fact that when someone values you, they make space for you in their life, without excuses. And the moment you accept this truth, you stop trying to prove your worth. You stop waiting for her to see what she's missing. Instead, you reclaim your time. You shift your focus. Because a Stoic man does not chase, he attracts. And the right woman will never make you feel like an afterthought. But when she does, there's one more undeniable sign that seals the truth, a sign that no man should ever ignore. Silence. Days, maybe even weeks, pass without a single word from her. Then, suddenly a message. "Hey, how have you been?" For a moment, your heart leaps. Maybe she was just busy. Maybe she finally realized she misses you. But then, as the conversation unfolds, the real reason emerges. She needs something. A favor, a ride, someone to listen to her problems. And once she gets what she wants, she disappears again. A Stoic man recognizes this pattern for what it is: manipulation. Not always intentional, not always malicious, but manipulation nonetheless. You are not a priority to her. You are a convenience, a placeholder, a resource she taps into when it benefits her, but never someone she genuinely invests in. And here's the painful truth. When a woman is truly interested in you, she doesn't just reach out when she needs something. She reaches out because she enjoys your presence, because she values your company, because even when she doesn't need anything, she still wants to be around you. But if you find yourself constantly being called upon only when it serves her, it's time to ask yourself a hard question. Are you a part of her life, or just an option? A Stoic man does not tolerate being used. He does not hold on to relationships that drain him. He walks away, not with anger, not with bitterness, but with quiet, unwavering self-respect. And once you start walking away, something interesting happens. You begin to see the next sign, the one that reveals the final, undeniable truth. You decide to test something. You stop texting first. You stop initiating plans. You pull back, just to see what happens. And what happens? Nothing. Days pass, then weeks. No message, no call, no sign that she even noticed your absence. And that's when the truth hits you, hard. She never truly cared in the first place. Because when a woman is interested, your absence is felt. She wonders why you've been quiet. She checks in even subtly just to see if you're still there. But when she's indifferent, she moves on like nothing changed. At first, it stings. The ego protests. The mind scrambles for excuses. But this is where a Stoic man separates himself from the rest. He does not wallow in self-pity. He does not chase after someone who is indifferent to his presence. Instead, he embraces reality with unshakable clarity. If she doesn't care that you're gone, she never truly valued you when you were there. This moment is your turning point. It's where you stop chasing validation and start reclaiming your power. You realize that your worth is not determined by another person's attention or lack of it. But there's one final sign, the most painful one of all, the one that leaves no room for doubt. This is the final, undeniable truth, the one that shatters any last illusion you might be holding on to. She's distant with you, unengaged, uninterested, but with other men, it's different. You see the way she lights up when they talk, the effortless energy, the genuine excitement. She makes time for them. She reaches out first. She laughs at their jokes in a way she never does with yours. And the worst part? She doesn't even try to hide it. Maybe she mentions other guys in casual conversation, as if you don't matter. Maybe she talks about her crush, or how amazing someone else is, right in front of you. And yet, you hold on, hoping? Thinking that if you just prove yourself, if you just wait long enough, she'll finally see your worth. But a Stoic man does not beg for what is freely given to another. He does not sit on the sidelines, hoping to be chosen. She's distant with you, unengaged, uninterested. But with other men, it's different. You see the way she lights up when they talk, the effortless energy, the genuine excitement. She makes time for them. She reaches out first. She laughs at their jokes in a way she never does with yours. And the worst part? She doesn't even try to hide it. Maybe she mentions other guys in casual conversation, as if you don't matter. Maybe she talks about her crush, or how amazing someone else is, right in front of you. And yet, you hold on, hoping, thinking that if you just prove yourself, if you just wait long enough, she'll finally see your worth. But a Stoic man does not beg for what is freely given to another. He does not sit on the sidelines, hoping to be chosen. He does not waste his energy on someone who has already made her decision, because trust me, she has. And here's the truth no one wants to admit. When a woman is interested, there is no confusion, no mixed signals, no second guessing. If you have to question it, if you have to wonder, the answer is already clear. The real question now is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you keep chasing someone who doesn't see your value? Or will you walk away with your dignity intact? A Stoic man does not wait for permission to be valued. He knows his worth, and he does not linger where it is not recognized. He understands that indifference is not an invitation to try harder. It's a sign to leave, and so, the choice is yours. Stay in a situation where you are an afterthought, or embrace the truth and move forward with strength. Because the moment you stop chasing, the moment you walk away, is the moment you reclaim your power. In the end, Stoicism teaches us one thing above all: control what you can, accept what you cannot. You cannot force someone to value you. You cannot make them feel something that isn't there. But what you can do, what you must do, is recognize the signs, accept reality, and walk away with your self-respect intact. Because the greatest power a man can possess is the ability to let go of what does not serve him. And when you finally embrace that truth, you stop being the one chasing and you become the one who is chased. A Stoic man does not chase. He does not beg for attention. He does not cling to illusions. He observes, he understands, and he walks away when he must, because he knows his value. If this message resonated with you, if you've seen these signs in your own life, now is the time to shift your mindset. Stop seeking validation from those who do not see you. Instead, become the man who is sought after, the man who moves with purpose, strength, and unwavering self-respect. If you found this video insightful, leave a comment below. Share your thoughts, your experiences, or the lessons you've learned. And if you're ready to dive deeper into the wisdom of Stoicism, self-mastery, and uncovering hidden truths, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Your time is valuable. Invest it wisely. I'll see you in the next video.